to 16 to 8 to 4. This is the kind of the lay of the land. So there was our quarterfinals. Here is our semifinals. Nobody's lit up in red because they're about to do battle, Sasha.
There we go. Peter Solberg against Ken Block. If listening to Colby, if we say that he hasn't dialed his car in properly, he needs to dial it in now because he's a couple of seconds behind Peter Solberg, and that semi-final is going to be critical. Then, of course, Andreas Bakkerud versus Johan Christoffersen.
A beautiful evening here in our first battle in the rear-wheel drive class. Looks like we have that of Danny Cross versus Adam Elder. You called it. You said there's going to be an upset, and the only reason you said upset was because Luke Woodham is 3-time defending champion. Adam Elder, blazing fast, really tidy, 2 Brits. Here we go. Adam Elder, he is on that far lane, what we call the white lane. He is first across the gantry. Danny Cross, he is right there, but that Zestino vehicle with the high-vis yellow, that is Adam Elder.
And I tell you, Adam Elder got the long shot definitely off the line there. They have a specific course that they have to do if you're just watching it for the first time. And if they make any mistakes, Jared, just for people to know, if they get any flags, what does that mean?
That is a 2-second penalty, and it's a great point because we had some interviews with some of the drivers earlier, and basically penalties. Whoever keeps it clean is going to get the victory. I mean, if you hit 2, that's 4 seconds. So when somebody crosses the start line, or the finish line, you got to start counting. Also, another penalty is if you jump the light. Ooh, look at that, Elder. A bit of a mistake. It looks like he went a little off of his traditional line. Nice job around the spin cycle, though.
I tell you, it's all about pressure. He comes into the final obstacle.
Look at that.
Look, he seems to be. You called it a little bit earlier, Jared. You said when the pressure's on, this guy sometimes cracks a little bit. All of a sudden, Danny Cross is not that far behind.
Okay, so Adam Elder does cross the finish line first with a 106.96. Danny Cross finishes it just after him with a 109.636 with a time difference 2.672. So
we've just been told, sorry, Jared, that there's a DNF in both lanes. So not entirely sure what that actually means. We're going to find out now. But a DNF would mean that both of them are actually disqualified. But we'll get you clarification on that in a short while. We're watching a bit of the Danny Cross. Too many turns around the obstacles. It comes down to pressure with these drivers. Could be a double DNF, which means that they might be disqualified at the moment. We'll come back to you. We'll get the stewards to give us some clarification on that, but we've got the guys doing a second run.
Yeah, so we did get clarification here, and basically there was a 1080 and a 720, so they went around too much. That is the pressure, that is that mental lapse, and we saw that yesterday. So that's a DNF on both of the runs. So right now, this is basically, does it come down to this? We're going to go to the officials moment. Oh, look at this, a massive mistake by Danny Cross.
Went in way too hot, couldn't get onto the brakes, and really, what you really need now is it's going to be a straight vice. Whoever closes the line or passes the start-finish line in this event will go into the final. That is the clarification that we've just been given, and at the moment it looks like it's going to be Adam Elder because that big mistake from Danny Cross a little earlier
ensued. The mistakes that ensued are 2 DNFs. So it comes down to this battle right here. So the DNFs are a wash on that first run. So now it comes down to this time. And look at Danny Cross. You can see Danny Cross, a little frustration there from him. Adam Elder looks like he, successfully has gonna find himself into the finals. And Danny Cross, helmet off, limping his way back to the finish line.
There we go. Watch Adam Elder with a 1:04. Just to let you know, so we'll get to the replays there. Unfortunately, Danny Cross, his car's broken down. These cars take a hammering during the course of the weekend. But let's now explain what has happened. We're watching the replays. In the first heat, they overdrove. So they went around the obstacles too many times, which automatically gives you a DNF.
That's Danny Cross. He went around the spools too many times. He went around 2 times or 3 times, and then Adam Elder, he went around the tower too many times. So it was actually, sorry, that's exactly what it was, because basically the tower, Adam Elder went around. I'm kind of gutted for the guys because you know, they're very aggressive. They're competitive, but man, unfortunately, so count this: the first lap is a wash. So it defaulted to the second one. So Adam Elder gets the victory. Adam Elder moves on. He had a run. Then because Danny Cross came to a halt, and that's a DNF for him, not once but twice. So Adam Elder is going to the finals.
There we go. So we got the first of the all-wheel drive semi-finals that are taking place here. And of course, this is going to be Peter Solberg versus the man himself who brings Gymkhana Grid to South Africa, Ken Block.
All right, both these guys flying the Amclaw logo on their livery. Peter Solberg, world champion 3 times over. Also joining him is Johan Christofferson in RX and now Gymkhana Grid, the head hoonigan in charge. This is a battle of the ages. Make some noise, South Africa and worldwide. The head hoonigan in charge, Ken Block, number 43 in the Monster Energy Hoonigan Racing Division. Essentially, the final time he's going to be piloting this thing, or is he going to put a stop to the track? So Mr. Hollywood, Peter Solberg, Solberg versus Block here in the semifinals. Who's going to the finals?
Ken Block with an incredible start over there. Just watch out for the unbelievable colors that you'll see from Ken Block in your screens. It is just brilliant. But Ken Block is up against it, against Peter Solberg. Solberg's been quicker the whole weekend. Maybe Ken Block's got it dialed in.
You know, this is where they're pushing. They need to push harder than any other previous round, and this is where a penalty could, unfortunately, cause the win or the loss, depending on which side of the lane you are. A slight advantage by Peter Solberg, Mr. Hollywood, in that Volkswagen Polo, into the small tire wall stack. It looks like Peter still has an advantage. Into the spin cycle. Goes Peter Solberg first, Sasha.
No, I tell you, it's all about concentration. You can see it in their eyes. He's got 3 laps to go around. He goes a little bit wide because Peter Solberg, Ken Block could actually make up some time. Going around the 3 big tractor tires, it's going to be really, really close. Oh, it's actually a little bit further than I expected.
And Peter Solberg crosses the finish line with a 57.42, and Ken Block with a 59.7. And I'd love to say it, but surprisingly, no penalty. So well done. Well done. Some surgery performed on track by these 2 doctors.
Unbelievable how close they get to all of these obstacles, and that's what gets you a time of 57.4. Only 2 seconds. One mistake from either one of the drivers, and especially Peter Solberg, could see Block go through.
So 2.3 seconds. 2.3 seconds between these 2 drivers. Peter Solberg with the advantage. Ken Block needs to push hard here. He needs to find 2 seconds, and he's also saying a little prayer that Peter Solberg makes a mistake. Here we go with the second half of this battle in semifinals. Solberg and Block out of the gates, and here we go. Send it, South Africa.
Another long shot there from Ken Block off the line. Let's see if he can hold it all the way through. He really needs to make up time against Peter Solberg. Solberg, of course, is the reigning champion when it comes to Gymkhana Grid, but Ken Block is the man who started it. He turns 50 next week. He wants the win.
All right, 2 birthday boys. Who's going to blow out the candles on this Gymkhana Grid birthday cake? Oh, and look at this. They are neck and neck. Come on, South Africa. Who are you pulling for? Solberg or Block? Ford or Volkswagen? American versus Norwegian. They are neck and neck here, Sasha. Ken Block going into the spin cycle. Solberg right there. This is when you do not make a mistake. Every turn counts. They are 720 away from the finish line.
Oh, a little bit
and
wide
both
there.
these guys are pulling for it. Make some noise! South Africa! Oh, doctor!
Wow.
And going to the times, again a 57, and with that, Ken Block has a 159.46, and Peter Solberg with a 156.8. Peter Solberg gets the victory and is going to the finals. As we take a look at this run again, and it looks like they both have clean runs. And they are both clean runs. We're hearing from the officials. Great driving. Sasha, your thoughts?
That was magnificent from both of the drivers. Peter Solberg knew he could not afford to make a mistake. Ken Block showed why he is one of the great entertainers of the world. That was brilliant, but unfortunately, he's going to be firing out for 3rd and 4th.
All right, so Otto Graven here. Otto Graven, the lone South African, the lone SA driver, the villain. Is he going to upset the order of operations here? He goes against Luke Woodham. Luke Woodham, your three-time and defending rear-wheel drive Gymkhana Grid champion.
Well, the one thing about Otto Graven is he's definitely got the loudest car that we've had this weekend, and there's going to be more fire coming out of that car than you'll see anywhere else. But what a great achievement for him to make it to the... wow! That looks like Luke Woodham is getting... Oh, there we go, Luke Woodham. That is very interesting. Had
a little help from his friends.
He did get a little help from his friends. But so the problem is he's got a battery in the car. The alternator's not working. So you know what? You don't want to miss a gear. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck out there. Otto Graven has got nothing to lose.
You know, as we talked about, you know, we talked to Elder earlier, and Elder said he had issues with his drive shaft. So, you know, Gremlins are showing their ugly head right now. But what happened here? Otto Graven now stalls off the start line.
Oh,
so Otto Graven breaks the beam, and now he is stranded. What is happening here? So Otto Graven attempts to... Oh, man.
That doesn't look good, unfortunately. In the semi-finals, are they allowed to take the 5-minute timeout?
We will talk to the officials. I don't want to go out there on a limb and speculate, but Luke Woodham wraps it around the spool. But regardless, he did cross the start line. He didn't, you know, he didn't back away. Correct. He didn't back up. So the necessary order, technically. He is disqualified, and he cannot take a competition timeout.
There we go. He broke the beam, and of course his time is actually going. That's so disappointing because that car's so loud. It's so spectacular. But, you know, these cars take a beating over the course of the weekend, Jared.
Yeah, and, you know, there's Luke Woodham, and that was not a perfect run for Luke Woodham. Still impressive with a 102, but you saw as he wrapped around the tractor tires, and you saw him kind of weeble wobble, but he didn't fall down completely. As you said, no alternator, needed that push start.
Yeah, there we go. I don't think he's going to go for the second run. He knows that he's gone all the way through. Yeah, it's not going to be a second run for him. We're just going to wait for complete confirmation. Very disappointing for Otto Graven, unfortunately. He really has been so good over the course of the weekend. Luke got away. And unfortunately, Otto Graven pulled away, broke the timing beam, and car just bolted. We'll try and get some confirmation as to exactly what happened, but Luke Woodham went out there and performed. So he is in the final, and he will be up against
the drama. Yeah, the drama unfolds. Just getting some word that Otto Graven is disqualified. There's no second battle. So the drama here in the semifinals. These cars have been tested throughout the day, right? So they're being tested, they're being challenged both mentally, the conditions, it's cooling down, the track is changing, a wide degree of variables. The variable that's consistent is the driver, but the mental, man.
Yeah, I tell you, there is the variables are all about it. But now you've got the two young upstarts, let's say, from the two other teams. So you've got Andreas Bakkerud, who's just really a star in the making, and the major winner, and that is Johan Christofferson.
How we doing out there? We're up here as the vehicles just run underneath us. Andreas Bakkerud and Johan Christofferson getting staged for their semifinal battle. Already in the finals, Petter Solberg, he's in that Volkswagen Polo, team owner of this Monster Energy Volkswagen Polo team. But Andreas Bakkerud, he wants to beat not only a Gymkhana Grid potential victor here, but he also wants to be 2017 RX champion. These guys, you know, and Bakkerud, I said it earlier today. I said, who do you want to beat? He says, my fellow Norwegian, Petter Solberg.
What it means, he's got to beat Christofferson. And, you know, if I'm honest, the VW looks a little bit more planted than the Ford, but these two young upstarts are really fantastic.
Yeah, they really are. So, South Africa, you having fun out there? We are live around the world broadcasting Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid. 2 M claws, 2 very talented men, but only one winner. This is the first half of the battle. Andreas Backrooth in that Hoonigan Racing Division. Monster Energy, Ford Focus RS, the Volkswagen Polo of 2017 WRX champion Johan Christopherson.
Well, I tell you, unbelievable start from both of them. They both race against each other in the World Rally Cross Championship as well. They are blistering off the line there. And Christopherson versus Backrooth, this is going to be so tight.
You know, Andreas Backrooth does have some history here with Gymkhana Grid. This is Johan Christopherson's maiden voyage, his freshman year behind the wheel. He's used to road racing, he's used to rally, never done Gymkhana Grid, but he makes it look easy. Andreas Backrooth fighting for the head Hoonigan in charge. Snackaroo as he's called, and he wants to break off a bit of the Swedish streak that is Johan Christopherson.
I got to say, I think Christopherson maybe a tenth of a second at the moment. They go into the spin cycle, and of course now they've got the 3 big tractor tires. This is going to be incredibly tight between these 2 young drivers. Backrooth versus Christopherson. The 720 around the big tractor tires, and a race for the line. Who's going to make it? Is it Backrooth? Is it Christopherson?
Oh, doctor, look at this. Let's take a look. Andreas Backrooth with a 57.709. And Johan Christopherson with a 57.5. Only 0.185 seconds separates them. That's less. That's a tenth of a second.
That is incredible. That I really am so impressed with those 2 guys. That is phenomenal racing over here at Gymkhana Grid South Africa.
Yeah, so taking a look at this, clean runs too. So tidy and fast. That's what you need to win here today. We saw it earlier, and here's Johan Christopherson. Is it more traction? You know, it just depends on the setup, but he definitely liked the aesthetics of it. Here we go, the second half of this battle in the semifinals. Who's going against Solberg?
Well, I got to tell you, it looked like Christopherson had a slightly better start. There's 1/10 of a second between these 2 drivers.
But look at that, Backrooth, a lot cleaner around that triple stack of barrels. Now going around the plane, who's gonna be the high ace pilot here around the spools they go?
It's a penalty for Backrooth we've seen. He must have touched one of the obstacles between 2 seconds. He's now got to forfeit against Johan Christopherson.
So a penalty that is 2 seconds added to Andreas Backrooth. That could be all the difference. Because look, he does have an advantage now, but only 1.85 seconds separate him. But right now, it's now 2.185 seconds separate him. He really needs a massive jump here in order to beat out Johan Christopherson. The winner going against Petter Solberg. And Andreas does cross the finish line first, but unfortunately, I don't think it's enough. Going to the times, and there it is. Andreas Backrooth, including the 2-second penalty, with a collective time of 158.445. But Johan Christopherson, with 156, 2 seconds, almost, actually just shy of 2 seconds, Johan Christopherson edges out. And guess what? If he didn't get that penalty, Andreas Backrooth would have won.
He would have done it. Unfortunately, that little mistake. So we got Team Boss versus Young Rookie against Team Boss versus Young Rookie in our final of the all-wheel drive. But the racing is just magnificent here. Gymkhana Grid 2017 here at Carnival City. And what a privilege to be here with our wonderful crowd.
All right, well, the tension is mounting. The hype is being felt. South Africa, you having fun out there. Monster Energy, Gymkhana Grid, let them know around the world you're having a blast.
We've got a great crowd in here, Jared, I must say, and the guys have stayed throughout the whole of yesterday and today. And we got some of the marshals out there just to go and make sure that the track is clear on both sides, so it's equal for all of our drivers. We're going to go into the 3rd and 4th drive-offs, and then, of course, the finals of Gymkhana Grid 2017.
Yeah, you can see the marshals. Looks like they're getting the track all set. The sun has officially gone down. It was a beautiful, beautiful sunset earlier, both last night and tonight. But you know, here we are in the finals. Rear-wheel drive, Elder versus Woodham.
Yeah, I got to say, I think Adam Elder's really impressed me. Luke Woodham is the 3-time champion, as we know. He's incredibly consistent. I got to say, Adam, go for it, young man. Go for it.
All right, rear-wheel drive, and I have to agree with you. I think Adam Elder has it, but we've seen some gremlins just show and rear their ugly head as Ron Carr rips around out there, and we are going to see in the finals, we're seeing that of Solberg and Christopherson.
Who do you call there first, Jared?
I'm going to say Christopherson right now. I'm going to say Christopherson. I think it's so dark. He's feeling it. He has no pressure. He's going for it. Yeah. I think he wants to beat the boss.
I think he does, but I'm going to go for Solberg. I think he's celebrating his birthday. He's going to show us what he's worth of.
Yeah, the rear-wheel drive here, this is how it fares. We saw Elder take out Danny Cross, or Danny Cross pretty much take out himself. He's going to go against Autograve, and Danny Cross and Autograve for third place, and that was an unfortunate circumstance as well. We'll see if he can get his car fixed to even go into the fight. But the finals, Elder and Woodham, that's how it shapes up. Yeah,
well, are we going to have Danny Cross and Otto Graven out there? Because they might not even make it, unfortunately.
And that's just attrition. In racing, not only in 24-hour Le Mans, but you look at any other motorsport. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It could be a quick race. Just something as simple and almost I have a hard time memorizing where they're going to go next.
Exactly.
But keep it together.
Exactly, and we saw that with a couple of the drivers as well. They made their mistakes. They both got DNFs in the one round. But now it's all about pressure. And we're looking back at Peter Solberg and his semi-final against Ken Block from just a couple of minutes ago.
There you see Johan Christopherson talking to his team. Smiles on their faces. They got to be feeling good. Their pits, they're guaranteed 1 and 2 in the podium. The order, still TBD, to be determined.
There we go. We're looking at Christopherson. He must also be, he's brimming with confidence. We'll get to the Solberg row in a while. Wow, that's a sight for sore eyes, as the people said.
To be quite honest, with the full experience, we're getting full access here. That's how the pits look, man.
The crowd went crazy on that shot. But Christopherson, he's brimming with confidence as well, Jared. I mean, the guy's just won the World Rallycross Championship, 7 victories, 10 podiums. He knows his stuff.
Well, this is not for a trophy. This is not for times. This is for styles and miles and smiles. Terry Grant, a signature smile behind that cockpit. 23 Guinness Book of World Records held by this gentleman, and he did it for James Bond. Make some noise for him, Terry Grant.
He's such a great guy as well. Of course, this is his only competitive event that he takes part in, his Gymkhana Grid.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Suzuki Swift didn't work out for him in the earlier heats. I think he's going to get another guinea pig. Oh, he's getting a couple of photographers.
Guinea pigs, huh?
Yeah, he's going to move them around now. They could film their demise.
Yeah, this is I don't know how to say it. Oh, Terry Grant, look at that little Dukes of Hazzard, a little homage for Dukes of Hazzard. For me, I'm an American, so that's what I can relate to. Would be a South African car show.
No, it would be Dukes of Hazzard as well. We'd definitely go with that. I think he's going to have a little bit of fun spinning around these two.
Look at that, really plowing in there. You guys feel comfortable with this? I think you're good. All right, so just lacing around and looping it through. A couple media fellas.
No, don't move, my friend, don't move.
So this is Terry Grant. He is held 23, or currently holding 23 Guinness Book of World Records. I've been in the trunk with him on 2 wheels. He's wrapped 2 cars around me, including his. This is the only man I've ever seen pilot 2 vehicles and do 2 donuts at the same time. 1 man, 2 cars, Jared Field donut. I've been in it. It's pretty awesome. He is a phenomenal driver. Make some noise. T. Grant, that's Terry Grant.
I tell you, that photographer with the 436 in his back, don't move, my friend, don't move. But Terry Grant there having a great time. I think he's sending them back now. There we go. They might need a change of clothing.
Make some noise. Come on, Terry Grant, everybody out here. Carnival City, a beautiful backdrop for an exciting action-packed day. We only have 2 battles left in either of the categories. So rear-wheel drive class has the 3rd place, as well as all-wheel drive, and then the finals. So we are seeing Block and Backerud in the 3rd place battle in all-wheel drive, and then in the finals we have that of Solberg and Christopherson. So teammate versus teammate, team owner versus hired gun, and then in the rear-wheel drive, Adam Elder versus Luke Woodham. Can Luke Woodham make it 3? Can Adam Elder make an upset? Also in third place, you have that of Danny Cross going against the lone South African, Otto Graven.
Yeah, let's hope that both Cross and Graven can get those cars sorted out so that we do have a third and fourth for the rear-wheel drive category. But the rest, the tension, you know, these guys are experienced. If you look at Solberg and Christofferson, yes, there might be a slight difference in age gap, Jared. Yeah. But you know what, you got the same kind of pressure, the same kind of tension. It's a final. This is where it really, really matters.
It's a lot of fun, man. I mean, just an event like this, and you know as well as I do, just seeing different motorsports, this is really just kind of putting it all together. But what I really like about this, it's not the kind of, you know, it's not the brawn over the brain. It's kind of the brain over the brawn, because you literally need to memorize the track, step one, and then you need to have the right vehicle. And it's not about the brawn. It's about nimbleness.
It's very much so. And also, you know, if you're watching on television, it looks a lot lighter out on the actual track in the white lane, and of course also in the green lane, but it's actually a lot darker out there as well.
And a lot of the vehicles don't have headlights. All 4 of the RX vehicles don't have headlights. They have the faux sticker ones. So coming up next, we have the third place battle for all-wheel drive. That is a all Monster Energy Hoonigan Racing Division Ford battle. One pilot from Norway, he's in the Ford Focus RS, and then Ken Block in the Ford Fiesta ST.
All right, let's take you back before they get lined up on the grid. Peter Solberg, let's take a look at his run in the semi-final against Ken Block.
Could see, oh man, so an update on the action here as we are waiting for that. Sasha, an update here. We had our lone South African. I wanted to see a local driver on the podium, but what happened?
Oh, we all wanted to see it. Very unfortunately, Otto Craven has retired his car. It won't be able to make the third or fourth playoff or runoff in the rear-wheel drive section. So Danny Cross gets the third place and the podium for the rear-wheel drive. Very, very unfortunate from Graven, Otto Graven. This was Peter Solberg a little bit earlier against Ken Block.
So Peter Solberg, you just saw just a little more refined. But both of these guys really, what I was even more impressed with was how hard they were pushing. But it was more so that of they didn't have any penalties. It was very, very impressive with neither of them having penalties, pushing as hard as they possibly could.
And also, you know, I look at it, Peter Solberg has been much quicker during the course of the weekend. But he just, I don't know if he went any slower, but here we go. This is what it's all about. It is Ken Block who is out there, and of course he's up against his teammate
Andreas Backerud. And truth be told, this is the final time they're going to be teammates this year. So this is a swan song. This is a goodbye. Thank you for what you've done. You've been a great teammate. Backerud and Block, team owner versus hired gun. This is a swan song. Let's end it here in South Africa. Backerud versus Block here for third place at Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid South Africa. That's Andreas Backerud in what looks like a 3D out here as the black lights illuminate that vehicle, but the reflective stars and stripes of Ken Block's Fiesta ST shining in more ways than one as he brings it under the wings.
Tell you nothing between them. They're going to the unbelievable spools, and we're going to see Ken Block making a little bit too much smoke. But look at that reflective over there. There's nothing between Backerud and Block.
Mirror images of each other, definitely different vehicles, different countries of origin, but both want to win. As Ken Block wraps it around the tire wall. Who's going to win right now? I have not seen either flags go up. The penalties have not been enforced, or I haven't seen it, not that they're not being enforced.
Haven't seen anything for Ken Block. This should be a speciality. This is going to be incredibly close. I think Ken Block's going to take it. Ken Block! Wow, Ken Block takes it at a 58.335 against a 58.8. Half a second between them. That was fantastic.
And we saw Andreas Backerud earlier make a mistake when it counted. He was only 0.1 seconds, but now almost half a second between him and team owner Ken Block. This is going to be a bragging right at the bar this evening. Ken Block, you see him wrapping it around. Let's continue the action here in South Africa. All right, so here we are with the second half of this battle. This is Baccarood and Block. This is for third place. Where are my Ken Block fans at? Make some noise! Where are my Gymkhana Grid fans at? Make some noise!
Oh, that was...
Baccarood and Block. Baccarood with a massive jump, a Grand Canyon of a gap.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a really poor start from Ken Block. There's only half a second between them. Ken Block's really going to have to drive the wheels of him, but when it comes to one or two of the other obstacles, when it comes to that drifting car, then Ken Block can really make up some time against Andreas Baccarood.
Well, as I said, Baccarood had a mistake when he went against Johan earlier. Some smoke coming off Andreas's car. He's airing it out. This is his final ever run in this Ford Focus that is owned by Hoonigan Racing Division. He's going against the HHIC on the other side, Sasha.
Well, there we go. Ken Block really needs to make up a little bit of time. He goes round in the small tyre barriers and then, of course, making his way to the spin cycle. Andreas Baccarood's there already. And then eventually they've got the three big tractor tyres, and Baccarood has got a huge lead over Ken Block.
A massive lead by Baccarood. Ken Block had him on the first run, but looks like Baccarood will cross the finish line first with Ken Block in tow. Is that enough for Baccarood to get the victory? And Andreas Baccarood gets the win. He gets third place here in South Africa at Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid. There is a, what is that, a 1.4 second difference. You see Ken Block pull it out, but I have to say, it was over before it began. Baccarood had a phenomenal start. No penalties here, so Baccarood gets third place over the head Hoonigan in charge, Ken Block, just outside that podium.
Yeah, Ken Block will be very disappointed with that start, but Baccarood just, kept his mettle about him, and a brilliant drive from both of them. And it's seen that Andreas Baccarood is third place.
Here is our rear-wheel drive final, because we found out that Danny Cross, so it's an all-UK podium, but truth be told, there is some history, there's some history between not only the finalists of the drivers, but Danny Cross as well. And this is why I asked Mr. Webb earlier, who drives the Mustang, how is this sport going to progress here in South Africa? I think the vehicles are going to step up if we find ourselves back out here, or this sport could flourish by itself outside of Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid. It shows you can race in confined spaces, and it's not about horsepower.
And what is so amazing is the camaraderie. All of the guys, the international guys that have come here, helped our South Africans along the way. And Jason said, you know what? This is what it's all about, and we're going to get better and better. So we want Gymkhana Grid back next time so we can have a lot more fun as well.
Well, the finals are set. Luke Woodham, Adam Elder. How is this going to unfold? The road to Gymkhana Grid ends now. Luke Woodham, Adam Elder, the fireworks are ablaze. And see if that light helps him or hurts him. Lighten up the track. You see Woodham on the green side, wrapping around the triple stack. And Luke Woodham around the double, around the planes. Sasha, looks like they are neck and neck.
They are neck and neck. It's Luke Woodham against Adam Elder. Adam Elder really wants to get one over Luke Woodham. Luke Woodham wants to become a 4 times rear-wheel drive Gymkhana Grid champion. That locks it up a little bit. Nothing between them, but Woodham maybe got a 10th or so above Adam Elder at the moment.
And look at that, Luke Woodham does not have his LED light bar on compared to previous rounds, and the fireworks are firing off, going into the spin cycle. Remember, this is only the first half. I have not seen a penalty on either side, the white lane or the green lane. Here we go, into the 720. They are neck and neck, Sasha. One more go around. Who's gonna cross the finish line first? Look at these guys, nearly sub 1 minute. Boom goes the dynamite. Look at that. Adam Elder with 1 minute, 0.8. Luke Woodham, 101.185, only 0.304 separates them as they get rained down by some fire shower.
Unbelievable driving from both of them as we see Luke Woodham taking his car around there. Just some highlights of the two of them. Adam Elder coming with a great surprise. A 1 minute, 0.8. He's 0.3 ahead of Luke Woodham.
Wow, so fireworks exploding in the sky and also on the track. These guys are going for it. But what's even more impressive, 0 mistakes, Sasha. That was awesome.
That's what it's about. And this is what we want to see. Here we go. We're looking for the second round, but we don't know where Luke Woodham is at present. I saw him driving around to the back of the paddock area.
Yeah, and the officials were like, "Dude, what are you doing?" So you look at that. So you're seeing again. He needed the start.
The alternator. There we go.
The alternator issue.
Hopefully he can get it going because, you know, we'd love to see them do one more run. There's only 0.3 of a second between them, Jared.
Oh, I mean, this is going to come down. This is going to come down to thousandths of a second. Thousands, tenths of thousands, 9/10. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Sasha, who's your money on?
Big round of applause. I got to say, Adam Elder impressed me again. Can he hold it? Has he got the metal to not make a mistake?
Metal and mental. As Adam Elder, he does have a slight advantage. Luke Woodham. Now we find out as the fireworks go off. Luke Woodham, Adam Elder, line it up into the sweeping turn. Here we go, Sasha.
Nothing between them off the line there as well. It's all about keeping that focus. I got to say, Luke at the moment seems to be a little bit quicker, but he has a 3 of a second deficit that he's got to make up that Adam Elder had after the first run.
So Adam Elder with that .304 second advantage, that's practically nothing. They are pretty much even. That is a tire squeal away from grabbing the victory.
I got to say that Adam Elder seems to have a little bit of an advantage over Luke Woodham. Are we going to have a new champion? He made a little bit of a mistake around the short tires, but he's going to run into the spin cycle. Can we have a new champion here, Jared?
Luke Woodham going for more time in a row in Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid champion. Woodham and Elder coming down to one more 360 turn. Who's coming out on top? .304 seconds. Woodham comes first, but where's Adam Elder? Going to the timing log. And look at this. Do we have a clean? Are there any penalties? Assessing to see if we have any penalties. Taking a look, we saw those 1 minute 101 times.
It doesn't look like
it does not look like we have penalties. We are penalty free. Going to the clocks. Adam Elder with a 203.366 and Luke Woodham with a 202.173. Luke Woodham with Gymkhana Grid for a 4th time in a row. Elder and Woodham fight for it, and Woodham comes out on top with just a 1.193 second difference. Unbelievable showing of some amazing driving prowess by these talented men. Sasha, there it is, a success for him. Look at Elder. 2 of these guys. Make some noise for Elder and Woodham, but Woodham comes out on top. Sasha.
That was an incredible fight, and I tell you, Adam Elder really had pushed him as hard as he can. As they say, hashtag lit right here, Gymkhana Grid. Brilliant stuff from Luke Woodham. Well done.
Those 2 boys sent it extremely hard, and hat tip to all 3 of our podium finishers. Danny Cross, that of Adam Elder, and Luke Woodham. I mean, it's just, we're up here. I saw you put your microphone down, like, what is happening here? I mean, it's exciting. It's really good. It's concentrated racing. It really is. It's compacted, you know, and these guys, they don't even have any headlights. You know, it's unbelievable.
These guys are just super freaks. It's just brilliant to see what we've got here. This is the final, Gymkhana Grid 2017. I don't even think I can call this.
You got this. You'll help me out. And again, this is the first half. They're going to flip-flop sides, but so much talent underneath the helmets and so much engineering underneath the hoods. Here we go. Johan Kristoffersen, Petter Solberg, your current champion, your previous champion, teammates going against each other. And there is your hashtag lit comment right there. Fire in the sky, fireworks firing off on track and off track.
Nothing between these 2 guys, I tell you, when it comes to this kind of racing. Petter Solberg, yeah, a couple of more years over Johan Kristoffersen, but this is going to be nail-biting between the 2 of them.
Yeah, Johan Kristoffersen, 28 years old from Sweden. He overall 10 podiums overall, 7 victories. Just an unprecedented showing in rallycross, but his first time, can he take down the boss? Solberg on the left side, the white lane, and then Johan Kristoffersen in the green.
I tell you, Kristoffersen seems to have a big jump on his team boss, Petter Solberg. They're coming up, yeah, I think he's got about a 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second, but it all comes down to the big 3 tractor tires. They're coming around for the last time. Kristoffersen against Solberg, coming up to the line.
Look at that! I'm not seeing any flags raised. A time of 57.215. And Johan Kristoffersen with a 57.231. Petter Solberg with 0.16 difference.
That is 1/100th of a second between these two guys. What a run from Kristoffersen and from Petter Solberg in the first run of the final of Gymkhana Grid 2017.
Unbelievable showing here. South Africa, let them know you are having some fun out here across the globe. And don't go anywhere. We are going to have our podium ceremony. Say hello to the world. Gymkhana Grid, it says stop, but this is where it starts and where it ends. 1,000th of a second between them.
Unbelievable. Here we go, waiting for the lights.
It is dead even. Who's going to win? Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid 2017 South Africa. One, it will be a Volkswagen Polo because they're both Volkswagen Polos. Will it be Petter Solberg or Johan Kristoffersen?
Nothing between the two of them, though Solberg got a little bit quicker off the line. He's got to pick up 1/100th of a second or 60,000th of a second against his younger teammate Johan Kristoffersen, the World Rallycross champion. Brilliant through the spools over there. Now, of course, it's going to be a run to the left line. Nothing between them, Jared.
Well, here we go. We are wrapping it around the asteroid into the small tire barrier. Not a massive obstacle. Kristoffersen on the left side, the white lane. As Solberg in the green, a little wide swing on the spin cycle. Solberg won last year. Can he go back to back? Is Johan Kristoffersen gonna upset here with this freshman season at Gymkhana Grid? And Johan Kristoffersen crashes first. Petter Solberg comes behind him. Let's make sure there's no penalties. Both clean runs. So, with the time of 1:56.092, Petter Solberg. But with the time of 1:55, Johan Kristoffersen wins Gymkhana Grid, Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid, South Africa 2017 to the Swedish rookie, Johan Kristoffersen gets the win here in South Africa.
Unbelievable year that this young man has had. What a brilliant drive from Johan Kristoffersen, a new champion in Gymkhana Grid, and what a place to do it, right here in South Africa at Carnival City. That was epic.
As we take a look again here, Solberg, he had a few mistakes here and there. He got a bit loose around the spools as well as in the spin cycle.
I got to tell you, Jared, he was a lot slower than he was in some of the other previous events. That pressure getting to him. But Petter Solberg, of course, we know he's going to give his best all of the time. Johan Kristoffersen, this kid is so pinpoint accurate when it comes to driving. He proved it here this evening. There's Petter Solberg. You can see he's not overly happy. We're going to wait to see. There is Johan Kristoffersen. He's going to take off his helmet now. And, of course, next to him was Luke Woodham, who is the winner in the rear-wheel drive category. There is Johan Kristoffersen, our new champion, Gymkhana Grid 2017. What a drive. There we go, getting the handbrakes to, or the handshakes from Andreas Bakkerud. So let's cross down to Colby, who's down in the pits. He's going to chat with our rear-wheel drive finalists.
It is a hectic scene down here. Winners, how does it feel?
Unbelievable, like, just unbelievable. Coming into the weekend, we changed so much on the car, and we've been pushing. Adam's driving, like, it's just improved. I was honestly more worried this time than ever. I never thought I'd get down to his times, what he was pushing. And I don't know what I did, I just managed just to dig deep somehow. I don't know where it come from. I'd like to just thank all my sponsors, my team, the two guys, Alex and Sean, who have had out here this weekend. And they have worked so hard, like, honestly, so hard. Big thanks to Liam, Bagsy, all the other Monster guys. We all rallied together just now. I had no alternator. It went down in the semi-final, so we've been changing batteries and charging the battery in between runs. So, because I lacked power against Bagsy. So yeah, it was very stressful, but when I got a call on the radio saying I've done it.
You've done it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, man. It was really fun to watch.
Cheers.
So fun for you.
Cheers.
We'd say hello to Adam real quick.
Doing?
How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, a bit emotional.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened on that last run for you?
It's a long day, getting very hot during the day and stuff. I made a few mistakes. I shouldn't even be on the second spot, to be fair. So, second's a good result considering I DNF'd. in the semi-final, and thankfully for me, Danny's car broke, which put me through. Just exhaustion, I think, but he drove well, as he always does. I wanted the top spot, but, you know, second's good.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see you again for sure next year.
Hell yeah, you're going to see me. I'll come back until I get it.
Great. Well, it's lovely watching you race out here. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Colby. Come on, Adam Elder, hold your head high, man. I mean, all of these guys who just fought tooth and nail, and just the progression overall of this motorsport. Sasha, your take on your first ever Gymkhana Grid.
It's just been something that has just blown my head away. It's just so much more than I expected. It's just wonderful. But you've got to also remember, this is about a racing. Yes, it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of tires squealing. It's racing. And you can see the disappointment in Adam Elder over there and the jubilation from Luke William. This has been one of the best weekends of my life.
Right on. Well said, and thank you again, Sasha, for having us. I'm going to head down to the podium and award these weapons of trophies as these weapons of the course. I'm Jared Deanda. Sasha, if you got anything to say to them, please do. But again, I'm going to head down to the podium. Congratulations to all our winners and everybody competing and making history here in South Africa. Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid. Again, that of Johan Christofferson, Petter Solberg, Andreas Backer, Woodham, Elder Cross. I'm going down to the podium. Send it.
Thanks very much, guys. Down to the wire. That was close. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was really close. I saw Petter after the first run, and I knew that he was really flying. I saw his times this morning, and I didn't really expect that I could be so close. But you know, when it's final, there's always something extra. And yeah, I had a clean, nice run, and then second run I just tried to stay a little bit more on the safe side and don't overheat the tires. So I'm super happy.
Congratulations, man. It was an awesome win. And Petter, what do you have to say about that? That was a great run.
Yeah, it was so close fight, and it's fantastic. And as I said again, thanks for hosting us, coming to Gymkhana Grid. Ken Block started this show, and it's great. A lot of people, fans, and yeah, we did very well. I must say we are very happy with the performance. And Ken got third, fantastic. So fourth.
Yeah, my map. I had an error on my last lap. I had a map error.
What happened out there?
I just ended up having a map error, so I had actually beaten Andreas in the one side, and then we went to the other side, and I had a map error. So
So basically, your young guy beat you, and my young guy beat me. So you know me. I think we need glasses at dark. I think, and
Well, the birthday boys out here, the older guys, still kicking butt. It was so much fun to watch. Thanks so much. Congratulations, Johan. Congratulations, Petter, as well. It was awesome to watch. And gather around for the podium in a little bit. We're going to see these boys up there. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks very much, Colby. Of course, yes, the podium celebration is going to be taking place. Jared making his way down there. We've got the lovely Monster Girls as well, and magnificent trophies for Gymkhana Grid 2017 right here in South Africa. It's been such a privilege to be here, and we've had great crowds. I hope everybody's enjoyed the action as much as the teams and the drivers have really given us the option and the brilliant driving. So it's really been a fabulous event, and hopefully it will return. You know, it's only the 6th ever Gymkhana Grid, so we hope that it does come back to South Africa in the near future. There we go. That's what the podium looks like, and waiting for Jared to get down there and hand out all of the trophies to the rear-wheel drive as well as the all-wheel drive competitors, and of course the top 3 drivers from each of them. It's been, sure, 2 exhausting days and great fun, lots of action, and I think a lot of our South African competitors should be really happy with the way that they've performed, and hopefully we'll get better and better now as the things as we progress, and maybe they'll get better as we bring them back here next year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us out here. Did you guys have fun today? Make some noise! boys! Monster Energy Gymkhana Grid makes history for a 6th time, and we did it here just outside Johannesburg, South Africa. Carnival City, the casino, the gambles, the stakes were high, but some drivers showed up in a grand fashion. So without further ado, let's give away our rear-wheel drive trophies. It was an all-UK podium, auto-graven just outside. Congratulations to him, kudos to him. But now let's give away our trophies. Where is this 3rd place one? These things are absolute weapons. That is 2nd place. If you haven't seen these trophies, you definitely can't carry these on a plane. So 3rd place, coming from UK, it is Danny Cross. Danny Cross, here is your trophy, buddy. Get on up there. Get on up there, sir. And we will be bringing you a check momentarily. In 2nd place, he fought tooth and nail, and he's got to hold his head high. I know he's emotional. Again, from UK, it is Adam Elder. Get on up here, buddy. You're the axe. This is your weapon if you choose to use it against Luke Woodham next year. Because here is your winner. Now, 4-time champion, pilot that Monster Energy S14 from the UK. Again, 4-time rear-wheel drive Gymkhana Grid champion. He does it again here in South Africa. Your winner, Luke Woodham! There's your trophy.